Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today we're going to jump right into this, and we're going to talk with you obviously about what shading or tunnel values. Now, shading is a very critical step when it comes to bringing your drawing to life or adding some realism or details into your drawing. One tip that I'm going to share with you all as you go through your journey and learning or continuing to advance in your skill set is when it comes to shading, you want to get in the practice of having a continuous type flow into your shading. And when I say continuous, I'm saying as far as if you're going from a light value to a medium value to a darker tunnel value, you want to have that flow continuous. You don't want to have a break. And when I say break, I'm saying as far as like a hard line here. You don't want to show that into your shading, or you don't want to have like any type of, negative space meaning white space, okay? So you want to have this type of continuous flow. Now, we as artists, we have a certain type of grip that, we hold the pencil or hold the drawing pencil when it comes to shading. And I'm going to share with you all this first grip, which is called the overhand grip, okay? And how that goes is, this was kind of, I don't know, it was a bit weird for me when I first started drawing, and then it just kind of came naturally, right? And, in the beginning, you'll get there as well. But we hold this by using our index finger, our middle finger here, our middle finger, and our thumb. And these two fingers here are over the top of our pencil, and you can see my thumb is directly under the bottom. And I'm using this finger here to kind of, balance everything out. And now one thing I do is when I'm teaching like, beginners who have not, any kind of experience in this type of grip, is to think of like a band director, and they have the little stick in their hand and they're directing the band, all right? So they're pretty loose. They're pretty loose when they're directing the band. So when you're holding your pencil or your drawing pencil in this grip, you want to be loose as well in that type of fashion, okay? So you want to be loose. Get into that habit. It's a little bit awkward in the beginning, but as you continue to shade and use this type of grip, it'll come like kind of natural, and you'll just kind of get into the flow of it. So get into the practice of having a continuous flow in your shading as you shade your drawing, okay? So overhand grip, and then we want to have a loose grip. We don't want to be tense. We don't want to be tensed up or tight when it comes to shading, okay? So as you can see in my sample here, okay, I've got some darker values, some medium values here, and some lighter values here, okay? And you can see that I have a continuous flow going through my entire shading for the circle. Now I'm going to share another tip with you all when it comes to shading here. Is if you look, I'm going to bring my camera in here a little bit closer. If you look right at the very edge here, what you do not see are what we call, again, are hard lines, okay, hard lines. You do not see like a hard line. And this comes from, at the very beginning, is what you want to do is you want to sketch your image in, or sketch your lines in very lightly. So tip number 3, sketch lightly. Okay. Now in the end, once you do get your final, lines drawn, you do go back and you can use your erasers here, and you're going to erase all your unneeded lines. But the idea of sketching lightly is you don't want to have in your final drawing any of these visible lines or unneeded visible lines in your final drawing. Remember again, yes, neatness counts. Neatness counts. Very important, okay? Very important about the hard lines having what we call, these are what we call soft edges. Okay, soft edges. These soft edges help bring more of a realistic type of outline to your drawing. Okay, so again, sketch lightly and focus on the soft edges. And I'm gonna kind of go over that a little bit more in detail here and in future videos as well. Okay. So let's see. And in the end here, okay, here we've got kind of like a bit of a drawing that I've done here, where you've got kind of like a bit of a finalized drawing where you can see the importance of the shading here, where we got, again, some light values, we've got some darker values here, some kind of mid-tone values. You can see the importance of how shading, and then on our stem here as well, how important how important the shading is when it comes to finalizing your drawing. It's just gold. It's absolutely golden, okay? Again, here, I've got some, I started off with drawing or sketching in my lines very lightly. And if you come here to the stem, you can see, like right in here in this area, you can see where I've got a very soft edge going on right here, okay? Here on the outside, the outline of this edge here, very soft. And then I've got some darker values going on right here, okay? Darker values here, but yet soft edge, soft edge. This is what brings more of the realism into your drawings and the final results. Here on my leaves, you can see I have quite a soft edge again. So remember, soft edges in the end, okay? So I'm going to kind of demonstrate here a bit on a little bit of a sketch that I've got here. And I've already got like the outline or the sketch of my overall drawing, what I'm doing here. And you can see that the lines are a bit light, again, very light. I've got them a little bit dark just so, for video purposes. But start off again, very light edges, very light, okay? Now, here's another tip for you. I'm gonna show you this trick. I'll share this trick with you, okay? What I've got here is a kneaded, we call this a kneaded eraser. Very useful and picking up, pencil lead from your drawing. So in the event that, you are having some darker lines in your drawing and you want to, kind of pick them, make them a little bit lighter, and some of us, we take our other eraser and we kind of erase, and then we kind of redraw the area. But you can take your kneaded eraser, and let's say this line here, it's a bit dark, right? A bit darker than some of the other lines. I can take my kneaded eraser, and if I just kind of, the neat thing about this kneaded eraser is you can create, reshape it. So I can put a little point on there, and I can just come in here and just tap very gently, and it will pick up. Okay? It will pick up that pencil lead like magic. Okay? Like magic. So, kneaded eraser. Kneaded eraser. Okay? So, I'm going to take, here I've got a 6B pencil, but I'm going to take my 2B pencil lead. Got another 6B here. I'm going to take a 2B. Let's see if I have a 2B. And I've got a 2B pencil lead here. And I'm just going to take and just kind of do a little bit of shading right here on the edge. And again, you can see me using the overhand grip. And I'm going to come in here and very gently begin to shade. And if you notice, like when I'm shading here, okay, I'm shading in accordance to the direction of my drawn line or sketched in line. Okay? So kind of back and forth. And now you can shade, create a darker shade by adding more pressure down onto your pencil lead onto the paper, or if you continuously go back and forth, that shade eventually will get darker. Now, for my continuous flow and my shading, so I'm starting off dark here, and just for video purposes, I'm going to go from a dark value to a medium value, okay, to a medium tone value. And then to a lighter value. And how is that accomplished? By applying less pressure of my pencil lead onto my paper. So I want you to just kind of listen to this music here. And I always call it music when, I'm teaching about shading or just doing shading myself is you can hear the music when you're applying more pressure to get a darker value onto your paper. You can hear that pencil lead. But when I get to lighter values, you can hear that pencil lead starts, or that music of the pencil lead starts to get softer, and you can hear it less. You hear it less. Okay? So, you know, you can kind of use that in a way of, you know, creating your different tonal values. All right? So, back to this soft edge. Okay? Again, creating this soft edge, which is essentially a light sketch image or outline. In the end, what we don't create again is the hard edge to show in our drawing. Now, at times that might be something necessary in certain areas in your drawing, but for in general purposes, when most artists are creating you know, more realistic type drawings, we use these soft edges to help bring in the realism with our drawings. Okay. Soft edge, soft edge. So now remember this, guys. Sketch very lightly, right? Sketch lightly. Use the overhand grip. Be very loose. Don't be so tense. And have a continuous type flow when it comes to adding different tonal values to your drawing. Master this, and you clearly will be on your way to mastering pretty much whatever drawing that you so-called desire within your heart. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed this video of mine today. And yeah, and we'll utilize some of these tips that I've rolled out to you all, or shared with you all today as well. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you turn on your notification button so that you are notified when I do post you know, a new video to my channel. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.